Hi there, welcome to my views on news. Two news stories. Firstly, it seems Ethiopia has sent a special messenger to Somalia, while Ethiopia-Somalia talks, which were due to be held in Ankara, have been postponed. It seems Ethiopia is making another attempt to engage Somalia. Ethiopia-Somalia locked in a dispute over a controversial MOU signed earlier this year. Who is this messenger, by the way? How influential is he? Secondly, Eritrean President Isaias Afwerki is expected to visit South Sudan today. What is the agenda? Why is he visiting South Sudan? Let's start from Somalia, viewers. Ethiopia and Somalia have been at loggerheads since January this year when a landlocked Ethiopia signed a memorandum of understanding with Somaliland to gain access to sea through Somaliland in return for recognizing Somaliland as a country. Since then, Somalia, Ethiopia have been in dispute. Somalia has recalled its ambassador to Ethiopia. It has expelled Ethiopian ambassador. No meeting, no phone call between PM Abiy and President Hassan since January this year. Two rounds of talks held in Turkey. Indirect talks both could not lead to any breakthrough. Third round was planned for the 17th of September, Tuesday. It has been postponed. It seems Ethiopia is making another move to talk to Somalia indirectly. IGAD Secretary General landed in Mogadishu a few minutes ago. Who is he? What is the purpose of his visit? IGAD Secretary General is Varkane Gabriel. Varkane is an Ethiopian. He took office as IGAD Secretary General in 2019 after PM Abiy came to power. Varkane is very close to Ethiopian PM reportedly. Varkane worked in top positions in Ethiopia. He worked as Minister of Foreign Affairs with EPRDF, with PM Abiy's government. He worked as Minister of Transport too. He worked in senior positions in Ethiopia. And then Ethiopia nominated him for the slot of Secretary General of IGAD. And the man has been supportive of federal government's position in the war in northern Tigray. He supported federal government in his statements. Varkane was welcomed today in Mogadishu by Ahmed Mualim Fiki, Somalia's foreign minister, who is very critical of Ethiopia. Almost on daily basis, he releases statements, he talks to media, lashing out at Ethiopia. If you remember when Ethiopia Somaliland signed the MOU in January, back then IGAD issued a statement, and that statement was rejected by Somalia's government. Somalia's government demanded correction and apology from IGAD. Somalia's government said that IGAD did not reject Ethiopia-Somaliland MOU. It did not call for unequivocal respect for Somalia's sovereignty and territorial integrity. Back then, IGAD's statement was rejected by Somalia because Somalia saw IGAD as promoting Ethiopian interests. Now, IGAD chief is in Mogadishu. Can he play any role in this regional crisis? That remains to be seen. IGAD was part of mediation between Tigray fighters and TPLF2. The main facilitator was the US, but IGAD and African Union were also involved. By the way, just yesterday, IGAD announced that 3 countries ratified its new agreement. The 3 countries are Ethiopia, Somalia, and Djibouti. Other IGAD members will ratify the agreement in coming days. By ratifying the agreement, it means the countries agreed to IGAD's role to promote regional peace and security, regional integration and cooperation. So, if IGAD plays a role to mediate between Ethiopia and Somalia, this is what IGAD is for, by the way. What are these organizations for? Their main task is to promote regional peace, regional cooperation, integration. This is what they're for. But these bodies have not been very effective. IGAD, African Union played almost no effective role, or they could not play any role in Sudanese civil war. They could not stop Ethiopian civil war. They are almost irrelevant in Somalia too. Let's see. We'll have to wait. Has the Prime Minister of Ethiopia sent Varkane with a special message to Mogadishu? Will Varkane meet with President Hassan Sheikh? Yes, he'll hold a meeting with Hassan Sheikh to the president. We'll see in coming hours. Let's hope IGAD bring the 2 sides together and somehow 2 sides meet and find a solution to their disputes through dialogue. Secondly, was Eritrean President Isaias Afwerki is due to visit Juba, South Sudan today. He'll be accompanied by Abdul Fattah al-Burhan, Sudanese military chief. Though Eritrea expelled Sudanese ambassador a few weeks ago, Eritrea is still an ally of al-Burhan against Rapid Support Force. A Sudanese ambassador was expelled allegedly for spying on activities at Eritrean Military Training Institute, SAWA. Sudan did not retaliate because Sudanese military is Eritrean government's ally. Al-Burhan does not want to offend Isaias Afwerki. Both leaders are due to visit Juba, South Sudan today, reportedly. What will they do there? What is the purpose of their visit? South Sudan formed a transitional government 6 years ago. Salva Kiir and Riek Machar groups are sharing power there. And the transitional government was tasked with steering the country towards next election. Election was due to be held in December this year. But election has been postponed. South Sudan is faced with internal security, political, economic challenges. That is why Riek Machar and Salva Kiir agreed to extend the term of transitional government. Transitional government's term has been extended for 2 years. Now, election will be held, if it is held, in December 2026. So in 6 years, the two leaders could not make preparations for election. How will they make preparation in the next 2 years too? This is the dilemma in some African countries, that those who are tasked with steering the countries through reforms towards democracy, towards a transparent election, they seize power and they consolidate their control of the country. This is what happened in Ethiopia too, by the way. PM Abiy was made the head of the country for a transitional period, but he just dismantled EPRDF. He formed Prosperity Party. He consolidated his control and power. Let's see what Isaias Afwerki and Al-Burhan will do in Juba, South Sudan. I will give you an update in coming hours. Thanks for watching.